Hello everyone, and the price action is pretty crazy. If you look at Bitcoin, it looks okay, but if you actually look at, for example, the rest of the market, if you look at, for example, Ethereum, you're gonna see one of the biggest liquidations, this kind of an event to downside, all the way down to $3,500. And if you actually pay attention to it, you will see that this is probably one of the biggest single-day liquidation events in the history of crypto. Some say of the last since 2021, and some actually say that ever. But nonetheless, what is important here is that we had over $1 billion worth of longs liquidated. And for the most part, those were just over-leveraged long trades, so it was just a long squeeze. However, if the crash is going to continue, how to prepare for it, and in my personal humble opinion, I would really love to see prices lower. But let me explain how I'm preparing for this, the reasons why this could happen, and overall what you can expect going forward. So it's going to be a longer video, so let's just jump straight into this. I'm still a bit sick, so if I'm gonna be making stupid noises like these, just know that I'm just sick. But I'm still making the content for you, so I hope you appreciate it. So subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'm going to give you also the updates on my trades, and I've placed those, actually, I've done the updates on my trades and everything we've been doing in the trading club as well as in the community. So if you want to be the first to actually see all of my trades that we are taking, and the trades are still looking pretty fantastic. If you want to see all of my trades, well, the meme coin trades are not doing so well. But we're going to discuss those as well because it, in my opinion, has created one of the biggest opportunities within those as well. So if you want to see my trades first and all the updates first, because I cannot make videos every single day, then join Crawlo Invest Club. There is a link to it down in the description of this video where you can actually see all of my trades, copy them, and there is also a copy trading feature where you click one button and you just copy what we do automatically. So yeah, it's going to be the easiest way for you to enjoy this bull run. So right, let's just jump straight into this because there is so much news I need to cover, and there is reasons why we had such crazy liquidation event despite the fact of just liquidations. Because whenever we have a bull market, we cannot just keep going up in straight line. We need to reset the funding rates, etc. So all in due time. First reason, it all started with Coinbase and the liquidations and the selling pressure starting coming from there. And one of the reasons, arguably, was the Google's new quantum computing chip Willow, which is septillions of times faster than a classical computing chip. It could take a classical computer 10 septillion whatever years to simulate what Willow can do in 300 seconds. So there was this FUD and fear that this quantum computing could really destroy Bitcoin, somehow crack it, and etc. etc. And I've spoken about this before. We are about, at least, as this guy here confirms, we're at least 20 to 30 years away from it, even with the existing supercomputers. And even then, it's going to take a lot of effort because Bitcoin is adjusting, Bitcoin is upgrading, and there are so many things Bitcoin community is looking forward to in terms of the upgrades, the quantum world upgrades. So it's not fear anymore at all. So Google Willow computer versus Bitcoin encryption. Today, Google announced that Willow has 105 qubits, and to try and crack Bitcoin, you need 1 million qubits, 1 million. And this is just 105, which actually is what it took Google 30 years to build, 30 years to get to 105 qubits, 1 million qubits. So the short answer is no, and Bitcoin relies on 2 types of encryption, etc. So it's all safe. It's all nonsense, but it could cause some retail panic for sure. And the second reason is that Microsoft shareholders reject the proposal for strategic Bitcoin reserve. So Microsoft said no. Well, I mean, Bill Gates has been shorting Tesla, not so successfully, and Microsoft has also missed and didn't invest in so many disruptive technologies that the fact that they're not investing in Bitcoin, and they're more on Democratic side in the US, so they don't want to support something that Republicans are supporting. So it's all just nonsense, but it also added to the FUD. So, but then, right the same moment, Goldman Sachs came out and said, you know, that is managing $3 trillion, and says that they're interested in Bitcoin and ETH. Go figure. And so they're just waiting for regulatory green light. Goldman Sachs, $3 trillion. So another huge player. And the same thing is supported by the narrative. You know, while you are the ETF narrative, if you look at the price, it all crashed down, and we had seen, well, one of the craziest volumes right here. Wow, just absolutely astronomical. We're going to get back to the chart. We're going to discuss it. But overall, you can see here that panic is real. However, if you actually pay attention to the ETFs, for example, here is the Bitcoin ETF, Yesterday, all 440 million. Ethereum, $305 million in one single day. And why isn't the price pumping? Well, there could be a few reasons. Could be short selling of the ETFs or whatever, hedging, price suppression. But also, in my opinion, it is retail. It all just came together as FUD, the fear of so many things we just mentioned. And also this year, and the fact that ETFs are accumulating just shows that retail is selling. Retail is just got scared, some FUD on top of liquidations and on top of stupid leverage. And there we go, we have this mid-cycle cleansing. So that is exactly what is happening. And just don't believe in these kinds of news, because this all flips within a switch, like one instant moment, and it all flips. So just quickly updates. Therefore, in my opinion, we had this slight crash here in the memes that I've gotten into: Auction, Bay, Comp, Degen, Goat, Nero, Popcat, SXP, SPX, Turbo. Like the SPX is here over on Bybit, still a little profit here. So these ones actually created an opportunity, and therefore I actually doubled my positions here. And if we go lower, I'll just double them again. Let me explain why. That's why I'll make the conclusion at the end of the video where I give you all the bits and pieces. And remember, guys, I'm trading over on Bybit as well as Femex. And with Femex, you can actually claim up to $8,800 initial deposit bonuses with my exclusive link down in the description of this video. And also until the 22nd of December, if you deposit money using my link to Femex, you can actually claim up to $500 in cashback, up to like 20% of your initial trading deposit, up to $500 rebate. And that's also available only until the 22nd of December. And certainly you can also trade on Bybit, and with my exclusive link, you can actually claim up to $30,000 initial deposit bonuses. And the craziest part is up to 42% discount on trading fees. So pick your poison, choose wherever you want to trade. Both exchanges are good. So now, what we need to pay attention to before we come to the chart and discuss what I'm saying also in Bitcoin dominance, the historical alt season will start in about 7 days. That is a very important part. That's why this video is so jam-packed with so much juice, so make sure to watch it till the end. Dominance peaked and alts will go parabolic. $100 will turn into 100,000. So this is basically where we are standing at. And it's about time for the real big alt season to happen. But for that, we need to monitor Bitcoin dominance. I'm going to show that to you in just a second. Next piece I want to discuss is this right here, which is what I had nothing to do yesterday in the morning, and I was just like, okay, I'm going to check the chart. And I stumbled upon something really cool. I just checked the chart as to when was the time in, for example, Ethereum's history in the daily chart in previous years, in terms of the Christmas rally. So for example, here in 2023, where is Christmas? So we have about right here, we are currently standing at December 12th. So somewhere in this vicinity. And when did this whole huge big up move begin? So usually, and it's like arguably could say it was like December 20th, somewhere in this vicinity. So if you actually pay attention, you will find out that in 2017, it was December 17th, when we actually started like this actual God candle, like when we actually went up in parabolic move. It was December 17th, 260% pump. 2018, it was December 17th, also date, it's insane. The only thing that I think that this might have been a mistake, but let's quickly double check 2017, because this, in my opinion, just shows exactly what we can be expecting right now. So 2017, November, okay, let's say 1st of December, arguably, or you could say, I don't know, December 12, right here, okay, December 12. So I think I just miswrote that in Twitter. I just realized that. So, okay, December 12. Anyway, 2018, December 17, 2019, December 18, 2020, December 12, 2021, the only time when there was a dump, this was the beginning of the bear market, 2022, December 20th, and last year it was December the 1st. And every time we had pumps of a few X's. So therefore, arguably, for Ethereum, if you actually pay attention and believe in this model, then we are just literally standing at the very beginning of the most parabolic up move that we've actually been expecting. And this correction oftentimes happens right before the actual real Christmas rally. So this is just history. This is just statistics. Therefore, that's why I've actually placed on my chart right here this dotted red line. This is where is December 20th. So this is the extent of where we can expect the pump to actually begin. So December 20th, even if we have the smallest expectation of, let's say, 100%, that's like 7,300 per ETH. Not financial advice. That's just what I see. But this is not all. Let me show you some more stuff. As Dennis Porter has pointed out, I really want to pay attention to what is going to happen here because I've been hearing some very interesting rumors. I don't know which ones of those are true. He's saying that it's happening. The most important announcement is happening live in less than 48 hours. The strategic Bitcoin reserve announcement is coming supposedly in the next 48 hours. So this is also absolutely huge. And I know that by this time you're going to say, Thomas, why are you expecting the prices to go lower? I'll get to it. So that's why I always watch my videos from the beginning and until the end. Right now, with this whole crash and with these crazy liquidations, record levels of liquidations, we actually reset the funding fees. Look, we're actually back. So it actually shows that market makers don't really have a big enough reason to push the price lower just because the funding rates have been reset and we actually cleansed the market. And another big piece of the news and piece of data is the liquidations map. If you look at Bitcoin's liquidations map, there is this not, if we go down to 90K, there's not much. All the liquidity is right here. Look, 130 million, 40 million, 130 million. The same thing if you actually look at, for example, Ethereum, then you will quickly realize that it's kind of the same picture, almost the same picture. So we have a lot more liquidations to the upside than to the downside. Same thing if you look at Solana, you will see that there is far more liquidity to the upside than to the downside. So it's just a no-brainer that in terms of market makers, liquidity providers and all this, it just makes sense that we need to be going up, not down. But here is my take and the reason why I said I'm really hoping for the price to actually drop down, because if we do drop lower, this is going to be nothing more than a manipulation to just kick as many people out as possible before the real move starts. So therefore, what I've just been preparing myself for, number one, I'm going to scale the trades further because I really want to go all in. Not financial advice. You should not be doing what I'm doing. That's why I'm always hoping for prices to go down so I can degen more into bigger trades. Because I already was able to scale my Ethereum trade to like 3.2 million. And I've just placed more orders to add to my ETH trade. So 3,200, 3,300, 3,400, 3,500 over on Bybit. So, and I'm ready to, that's another $500,000. I'm ready to add to this trade and make it $3.7 million trade. Just for some kind of, if we look at technicals on Ethereum, we have this spreading wedge here. We got supported by it just perfectly. And unfortunately, right here, I was $2, literally $2 away from the order, right here, this limit order, which just sucks ass, but it happens. So if we actually do drop lower, the only worst case scenario that I personally see here is 3,200. And to be honest, I don't really think we're going to make it that so far down. But if we do, I have the order set out all the way down to like 32.4. So the same thing is for these trades right here. The overall P&L doesn't look very great, but these trades are same as Look, same as Lucy. Lucy mostly is also like Chinese New Year narrative. So all these, it can look minus 27K, but this can be plus 300K in the next 2 weeks. So this is a degen play. Please be careful. These are all just retarded trades. But if they play out, they can play out like crazy. So that being said, I don't think that the price is going lower. Honestly, everything I just showed you, everything is telling us that we are going higher. And look at the accumulation from the ETFs. However, certainly there can be some manipulations, and if they do happen, we will just scale the trades further. And most important thing, which we need to pay attention to, is Bitcoin dominance. Because if Bitcoin dominance keeps pushing higher, that's not going to be very good. Because we really need to see the real alt season, and hopefully we're going to have that. Microsoft decided not to go for the strategic Bitcoin reserve. Maybe it will stagnate Bitcoin a little bit in terms of narrative, and finally we're going to see this real liquidity and money shift into altcoins and therefore an alt season. So for that, we had this very powerful down move in Bitcoin dominance, and right now we are retesting it right here at this slope, and I'm really hoping that we are not going to break above, and we're not going to retest 60% again, because otherwise alts will bleed, and they will bleed hard. So I'm really hoping that in this chart, you get even 15-minute chart, which is ridiculous for Bitcoin dominance, but I'm really hoping we're going to break down today, tomorrow, in the next few days, right before our main expectation of this side move-ish event to actually end, which I have just discussed, which is this red dotted line, which is December the 20th. And until then, anything can happen. And in my opinion, until then, this is literally the last opportunity to scale and make the most money. Or lose it all. I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, check out this quick tutorial popping up. I cannot even speak anymore because I'm sick. Popping up on your screen, and use all the bonuses to Femex, Bybit, join Crawler Invest Club if you want to see our trades directly, immediately, without delays, and you want to replicate the trades or even use the copy trading feature. See you in the next video.